Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing today, and welcome to another episode of the Africa Today Show. I'd say the first episode of this week. It's been quite a week. It's been quite a week already. Started the week being sick. Was not here on Monday. Yesterday the lights were gone. Today at least we have the lights, but apparently tomorrow we might not have lights the whole day. We have reports already of the lights are going to be switched off for maintenance tomorrow, so we might not be in tomorrow for all the shows. So we're gonna see how the day goes at the end of the day, that is tomorrow. But karibuni sana to everyone who's doing, or to everyone who's literally tuning in via YouTube, to those who are with us on the radio station. Let me know if you guys can hear me as well. Let me check something very quickly. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me check on my end very quickly. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm audible. Okay. Yeah, so karibuni sana to everyone who's with us on YouTube, on the radio station, Spreaker, Spotify. I hope you guys are doing great. Today, of course, being on a Wednesday, I'm going to start with some amazing videos, still focusing on some history of some of the delicacies of food that you eat every day, where they originated from, the history behind them. I'm going to be sharing today some 2 videos, one talking about the jambalaya. I don't think I've ever shared about the jambalaya. I think I'm confusing jambalaya and gambo. They kind of have the same similarities. I don't know. They kind of look the same. First, when I saw the image of jambalaya, I thought that was gambo. So it's kind of giving the same. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think it's the same or it's different. But I'm gonna share, and of course, share that, and of course, share another one of which is also talking about how black cooks broke the South with a bottle of hot sauce. So we're gonna see how many of you can relate to this. I'm gonna start with this one, but today's topic is gonna be focusing on Coondice Owen'S. Of course, kids should be joining us in a few as we get into that particular discussion and what he has to say. But let me start with this one of jambalaya, and then you guys let me know, is it gambo or is it jambalaya? Which one is your best?
What is jambalaya? It is way more than rice, sausage, and spices. This dish is...
I don't know if personally I can have rice and sausage together, being honest. I'm not really sure. I love sausages, don't get me wrong, but I don't think actually I'd have I'm gonna enjoy a mixture of rice and sausages. I love rice and chicken personally. I'm a lover of rice and chicken. Rice and beef, yeah, but mostly I'd go for chicken. Anytime I'm cooking rice, I cook rice. With chicken, probably sometimes minced meat. Yeah, but I'm not doing, I don't know. Maybe it would be nice, but I don't know, man.
a living...
It depends also what type of sausages, because there's some sausages that really taste so bad. There's a time like a few weeks ago, I went to order, I went to get some sausages for me and my brother, and then this lady gave me like some really crazy tasting type of sausages, you know. And I was like, nah, this is not it. I'm gonna have my brother have this. I'm gonna get the real sausages that I know. So, but anyway, let me start.
What is jambalaya? It is way more than rice, sausage, and spices. This dish is a living memory of survival, Black ingenuity, and a cultural fusion that helped shape Louisiana and the American South. Even the name jambalaya possibly has African origins. So join us today while we discuss the history of jambalaya. I'm your host, Country Boy, and this is One Mic Black History. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. Jambalaya isn't just a food classic. It is an entire legacy in a pot. It stretches its roots back to enslaved Africans, Spanish, French influences with Black cooks, and generations of family tables. Traditionally, it's made by tossing together meats like sausage, chicken, seafood with veggies, herbs, and spices, and everything goes into one.
I don't know. It really tastes like, not taste, but it sounds like gumbo to me. I don't know if there's a difference, but it sounds like gumbo to me still. Karibu sana Kate.
Sante Sana. Dang, did we go on Friday? It's like we ain't been on for a while. Did we go on Friday?
Huh?
Were we on Friday?
Are we on
Last Friday. Last Friday. Did we do a show Friday?
Yeah, we did do a show on Friday.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, when I was sick, you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big pot. But as food
Keep up, kid. Keep up.
historian Adrian Miller puts it, African Americans took foods that no one else wanted and made them something delicious. So don't let the simple ingredients fool you. Jambalaya is incredibly versatile. It is whatever you have on hand, whether that's shrimp or crawfish, gator, duck, even wild boar. It's cheap, it's filling, and made to feed a crowd. And it shows.
Yeah, that's just delicious.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, it's just right. It's not really gumbo. I guess it could be considered something like a gumbo, but it's not. Gumbo's more like saucy, right? More soupy kind of a shit. Jambalaya is more like rice and sausage, and just it's not as wet. That's why I like it better. I don't like a lot of wet shit. I don't like a bunch of soups and wet shit. I don't like nothing. I don't like a bunch of wet stuff. I don't know. I just don't. I'm strange about eating. I don't like a bunch of sauces and wet shit. So I would prefer jambalaya over gumbo any day because I just don't like a bunch of wet shit. And they say jambalaya comes from also from eventually came from jollof too, but a lot of Black Americans got mad about that. I ain't came from no jollof like that. But I heard it was a progression of jollof rice. I don't know if that's true or not.
Tell me, Black Americans also still argue about food like Nigerians and Ghanaians.
No. They argue like that, but they argue now that they got the fake FBA morons. They don't like to know that things came from Africa, which it did. When nobody growing a bunch of rice here in America, not no fucking Indians. They were growing corn and maize and shit. They wasn't growing a bunch of rice. Rice growth we know comes from Africa. So they're saying that jollof is a evolution of jollof. That jambalaya is an evolution of jollof. I don't know if that's true or not, but the FBA's coming out, oh no, that ain't came from no Africa, no jollof. But we know rice did come from Africa, whether they like it or not. So I don't know if jambalaya exactly comes from there. It's a little bit, it's thinking like jollof and making more stuff with it. It's an add on, but I do like jambalaya. I don't mess with the sausage the more or less it's beef. Because I don't mess with that pork. I'm not trying to get Alzheimer's or dementia. So I don't fuck with that pork no more. But if it's got beef and the other stuff with the bell peppers or green peppers and all that stuff, and then the onion, all that stuff mixed up, that stuff is delicious. Go ahead, Joby.
Okay, let me restart it for those who are joined.
What is jambalaya? It is way more than rice, sausage, and spices. This dish is a living memory of survival, Black ingenuity, and a cultural fusion that helped shape Louisiana and the American South. Even the name jambalaya possibly has African origins. So join us today while we discuss the history of jambalaya. I'm your host, Country Boy, and this is One Mic Black History. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. Jambalaya isn't just a food classic. It is an entire legacy in a pot. It stretches its roots back to enslaved Africans, Spanish, French influences with Black cooks, and generations of family tables. Traditionally, it's made by tossing together meats like sausage, chicken, seafood with veggies, herbs, and spices, and everything goes into one big pot. But as food historian Adrian Miller puts it, African Americans took foods that no one else wanted and made them something delicious. So don't let the simple ingredients fool you. Jambalaya is incredibly versatile. It is whatever you have on hand, whether that's shrimp or crawfish, gator, duck, even wild boar.
Comfort food. You put filling and made. That's right. That's right. It's comfort food. You can put exactly right. You can put shrimp in there, whatever kind of meat you like with the rice. It's just comfort. It's like oats. It's just old soul. It feeds the soul. It's soul food. You can put whatever meat you want in it. It can be beef. It can be shrimp. It can be pork. I don't fuck with the pork no more, but it can be whatever. But it's comfort. A lot of Black people food, I think, because we were enslaved and beat, that food gave us comfort. Gave us strength, but it was like a comfort. That's why soul food is called comfort food. It just comforts the soul. Go ahead, Joe.
Feed a crowd, and it shows up everywhere in Louisiana, from music festivals to tailgate parties to church dinners and backyard cookouts. Today, jambalaya is an icon in Louisiana, and every family has its own spin and its own story to go with it. But people often wonder, where does the name jambalaya come from? And like the dish itself, it is a tangle of multiple cultural origins. Most experts agree that there's really no right story to the name, but theories swirl around like a pot of jambalaya. One idea is that it comes from the French and West African words of jamon, which means ham, and ya, which means rice in some West African languages. Food historian Jessica B. Hayes says that Creole cooking is about blending what you have together. So jamon ya could have become jambalaya, which is a name that reflects its mixed roots. Another theory points to the south of France, where the word jambalaya means mismatch or mixed, and that fits too, since jambalaya is all about mixing together what you have. Others think the name comes from Spanish influences of jamon, which means ham, and patella, which is a Spanish dish of rice, saffron, chicken, seafood.
And then hold on. When you talk about Spanish, there's nothing Spanish. It's all fake. Spanish is the Moors. There was no Spanish culture. There was no Spanish nothing. Whenever you say Spanish, it's African. It's Moorish. All of it. So don't even get that misunderstood. So when you're talking about Spanish, there's no Spanish nothing. That's all Moorish. Moorish Spain is the cooking that they got from Africa. So it's all African. There's no Spanish nothing. Why there's no Spanish rice? Why Spanish rice is goddamn jollof rice? It's all African shit. And when you civilize these savages, you gave them food. All Spanish cooking is Moorish cooking. So go ahead, Joby.
Shallow pan. But food historian Michael Twitty puts it best: food tells a story, and that couldn't be more clear when it comes to jambalaya. Even its name is a mix of French, African, Spanish, and native influences, and its historical origins, while a bit more clear, are exactly the same. So let's take it way back to where it all began, with the rice, which is the heart of jambalaya. Long before the tragedy of the transatlantic slave trade, Black men and women in West Africa were already growing rice. In places like Senegal and Gambia and parts of Mali, farming rice was
Mali, Guinea,
families passed down irrigation tricks, seed-saving techniques, and harvesting practices. These farmers weren't just feeding themselves, they were supporting entire kingdoms in an area that historians would later call the Rice Coast. When travelers visited these areas in the 1500s, they wrote home about the thriving rice field, the bustling villages, and the one-pot meals they were cooking, simmering over an open flame. And this is where the story takes a tragic yet familiar turn. In the late 1600s, early 1700s, European slave traders kidnapped West Africans, specifically targeting some of those with deep rice growing. There was no accident. Plantation owners in the American South knew exactly what they wanted. They openly bragged about importing.
They didn't know how to plant. Exactly. All your planting came from African people. White people know how to plant shit. Now you got white people teaching Africans how to plant. It's fucking crazy as cat shit. The Africans were people who, well, they were stealing it. They didn't know how to plant nothing. They didn't understand agriculture. They came from Africa. Go ahead.
Lands into fields of gold. And this skill forever changed the landscape of the American South, especially in places like South Carolina. When ships docked in bustling ports of New Orleans in the early 1800s, city's inhabitants reflect a blending of cultures: indigenous groups, French colonists, Spanish settlers, German immigrants, and Africans brought here in chains. New Orleans and surrounding parishes quickly transformed into a cultural intersection, a place of profound cultural exchange. And nowhere was this more alive than in the kitchen. French colonists contributed their signature Holy Trinity, which is onions, celery, and bell peppers. The Spanish brought together patella, which is a rice dish with saffron and meats, which early settlers in the Americas attempted to create. When these ingredients like saffron weren't available, the cooks adapted, switching things up and eventually making a rich brown roux instead. German immigrants shared their knowledge of sausage making, giving jambalaya its classic andouille sausage taste. And Native American neighbors introduced local rice, wild game, and fiery peppers. But at the heart of these kitchens were Black cooks. Okra was brought over from Africa and grew in plantation plots, and familiar herbs and spices and seasonings made their way into those pots. Black cooks were always adapting and reinventing. They borrowed, they blended, they reimagined recipes with whatever they had on hand, rooted in African techniques and flavors, and through their creativity, jambalaya was born. The exact origin of jambalaya still remains debated among food historians.
African techniques. You sure wasn't no Indians? Wasn't the Indians techniques? Always African. Sure wasn't the Indian techniques? But go ahead.
Cultural blend to New Orleans. Recipes for jambalaya were passed down via word of mouth, whispered in the kitchens, and shared by grandmothers and aunties. It wasn't until the late 19th century that the word jambalaya first appeared.
Yo, all these foods, I don't see nothing from no fucking Indians. You fucking goofy FBA, I don't see nothing about no Indian cuisine. Nothing. Can't show me none of your Indian shit. Go ahead, Jim.
Rats, baby.
His written recipes comes from Abby Fisher, an enslaved woman from Alabama who included her own version of jambalaya called jambalaya in her 1881 cookbook, What Mrs. Abby Fisher Knows About Southern Cooking. After the end of enslavement, Black cooks took their knowledge into restaurants and hotels and catering businesses all over the South, shaping Southern cooking from behind the scenes into plain sight. For generations, food traditions like these anchored Black families and communities, connecting potlucks, funerals, fish fries, marches, or just weekend dinners. Jambalaya was there to celebrate, remember, and stay connected. Jambalaya, as we know it, would not exist without the resilience and artistry of Black cooks and the blending of cultures that defined Louisiana.
Yeah, that jambalaya is delicious.
Black families moved from Louisiana to cities like Chicago, Houston, and took jambalaya with them. It ended up on dinner tables.
Exactly. That's how we left. All right. If you're Indian, you would already been over there. Okay. Since we were enslaved Africans, we left the South. Some of us went to Chicago, New York, Philadelphia. Some went out west to California, Oakland, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle. So now if you're Indian, this shit would already been there. Why does it always come from the South and then gotta go up? Why does it always come from the South, majority where slaves were at, and then it spreads out? Usually Indian, the shit would already been there. Why is the food always got to travel? Because the Africans traveled when we got slavery. My mother was like, fuck it, I won't be down in no damn South. I don't give me as far away from Texas, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. Get me the fuck out of here. Let me get my ass up to Illinois, Chicago, New York, Pennsylvania, California, but let me get the hell out the South. Go ahead, Joby.
Block parties in the 1960s, and it became a treasured taste of home and of history and evolving over time that never disappeared. But there is a slight distinction here because there is a difference between Creole and Cajun jambalaya. Creole jambalaya is classic New Orleans, especially in Black communities. You can spot it because of its rich red color. That is thanks to the tomatoes.
I thought Creoles were Cajun.
West Africa.
But Creoles are not Cajun? I thought Creoles was Cajun. I thought it was a slave of Cajun. He's fucking me up. What's the difference between a Creole and a Cajun? You guys know the difference? I thought a Creole was a Cajun. That was the difference. Go ahead.
African roots, Black families made jambalaya their own by layering it deep of onions, peppers, and celery.
Those are usually always the mixed niggas. Creole and Cajun, those are mixed niggas. Go ahead.
Always with tomatoes. When you head to the Louisiana countryside, you'll find what's known as Cajun jambalaya, which is a version that skips tomatoes. It creates a deep color by browning meat and caramelizing vegetables and has a more smoky, earthy taste. It is a hearty, rustic dish that shows off the creativity of rural cooking.
I probably like the Cajun version better than
shape Louisiana's food. But for this episode, we're focusing on Creole jambalaya because it is at the heart of Black New Orleans, and this is the recipe that shows up on Black Sunday dinners. As historian Frederick Douglass Opie states, the foodways of enslaved Africans are a testimony of struggle and creativity. So today, jambalaya is truly one of the stars of Southern cooking. It is loved across New Orleans and beyond for its amazing flavor. And even though it's made from simple, affordable ingredients,
that should look good as hell.
A reminder of the creativity and the resourcefulness passed down through generations. Jambalaya is more than just a tasty comfort food. It is a symbol of resistance, holding up the story of the transatlantic slave trade and blending West African with Native and European food traditions. It represents the strength of Black communities who grew the dish from enslavement and after. Once again, jambalaya is more than a meal. It is a living celebration of history, culture.
I probably like the Cajun version a little better I probably like the Cajun version a little better than the Creole with the tomatoes. I like the shit more dry. I don't like all that wet shit. I got a problem with food being wet. I don't like a bunch of wet shit in my mouth. So I'm probably going, I know Joey got to see all them sauces and wet shit, Joey. That shit, Joey food's always all wet shit.
That's all culture, you know. That's
why my stomach is always fucked up.
a lie.
Of the people who created it. So, as food historian Michael Twitty writes, everything we eat tells a story. So the next time you taste jambalaya, remember that you're eating history. You're tasting the skill and the memory, the heart of Black cooks whose stories bubble up from each.
Yeah, but talking about the South, allow me share one more, and then we're gonna get to the Coondice Owen'S. I don't want to take much more of the time about that. We also have this bottle sauce. Let me share this very quickly from the South, how it was used on different foods and all that.
This bottle of hot sauce is more than just a condiment. It is a passport. It carries Western Africa.
That ain't Judge Joe Brown's hot sauce?
Spices, American chilies, the ingenuity of enslaved cooks, and the pride of soul food. So join us today.
I don't like nothing hot. You guys, Black Americans, I love hot sauce. I don't like nothing hot. I don't like no hot sauce. Remember Hillary Clinton said, I got my hot sauce in my bag with her pandering ass, right? Because Black people in America, you guys put hot sauce on every fucking thing. I can't stand this. There you go again. It's wet and it's hot. I don't want none of it. Go ahead.
Love hot sauce. I'm your
I
host,
hate it.
Country Boy, and this is One Mic Black History.
I don't like
Black stories
nothing
like this, you
hot.
can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started.
Like
Long
them
before
spicy.
Columbus, Western African cuisine was already bold. Markets sold cloves of cumin, ginger, garlic, and peppery seeds called the grains of paradise that gave stew a warm, peppery ginger spark. Historians like Jessica B. Hayes and Michael Twitty both describe this long tradition of layered seasoning with smoked fish, fermented condiments, aromatic leaves, and peppery spice paste that made humble ingredients sing. Then came the Columbian Exchange, and chilies are a native to the Americas, but not so much Africa. But in the 1500s, Portuguese traders carried capsaicin across the Atlantic, and African cooks immediately embraced it. Why so quick? Because the climate loved the plant, and the people already had a love of that flavor. And red pepper spices, drawn rice and greens with fish, like it had always been there. During the transatlantic slave trade, bound many for the Caribbean, where enslaved Africans met
If you guys
chilies.
if you guys ever been to West Africa, that shit is spicy than a motherfucker. Ah, man, shit. I'm good. No way.
I couldn't eat jollof rice because man, that was too good for me.
Too spicy?
Yeah, I love spicy, like a little bit on my food, but not too much. That I'm
You should tell me to get you a non-spicy jollof rice. You know you're a rookie, Joe, when you're young. Like you said, well, you're young. You better watch yourself.
that whole Nigerian food. I'm here to try some different, from Nigerian dishes. But the two that I tried, jollof and that slimy
All that,
thing.
I think you had that ugusi shit, ugusi soup. All that shit is hot. Yeah.
Very bad.
Added them to jerk and pepper sauces and pepper pot stews, and those flavors and the expectation that food should have bite traveled with them. On southern plantations, rations were monotonous: cornmeal, pork, molasses, maybe some saltfish, whatever the garden or they could forage could add. The cuts allotted to enslaved people were often less than noble. Parts like feet, ears, head, chitlins. Faced with that, Black cooks did what they could to transform, clean, smoke, simmer, and season. And chilies became integral to that strategy. Adrian Miller describes how Black families tended to small gardens behind their quarters, growing peppers and preserved food in the southern heat to mask spoilage and, crucially, make meals tasty. By the early 1700s, one preparation showed up again and again in household notes and cookbooks: peppers steeped in vinegar and salt to make chili vinegar or pepper vinegar. You pack a jar of pods, poured vinegar, and kept a top on it. It lived in the table in a way that soy sauce sits in a sushi bar or fish sauce sits in a bowl of noodles. It was a portable way to wake up greens, peas, rice, and fish. Open early American cookbooks and you'll see the pepper trail. Mary Randolph's Virginia Housewife in 1824 calls for cayenne over fish with sauces. Belinda Russell in 1866 and Abby Fisher in 1881, two of the earliest Black cookbooks ever published, used cayenne pepper and pepper sauces very
That's the cayenne pepper supposed to be good for you. Must be like some kind of healthy thing for you.
Enslaved and freed Black cooks didn't just season their own plates, they were training the Southern palate. Pepper vinegar is a cousin to barbecue. In the Carolinas, pitmasters mopped a whole hog in thin vinegar with red pepper sauces. Simple, shelf-stable, and devastatingly effective at cooking fat. That tangy heat became a regional signature because it worked, especially on cheaper, fattier cuts that Black pitmasters often were forced to use. Heat also doubled as medicine. Folks acknowledged capsaicin's ability to clear sinuses, stimulate circulation, and relieve soreness when used topically. In communities with little access to doctors, a pepper broth or a rub of hot pepper oil was practical medical care. In Louisiana, cooks mashed ripe red peppers with salt, aged in barrels, before blending them with vinegar. After the Civil War, white entrepreneur Edmund McGillivray bottled a version on Avery's Island in 1868 and called it Tabasco. Hot sauce didn't start there, but Black and Creole cooks had long been preserving peppers. But mass bottling turned Southern Black flavor into a national commerce. With the success of Tabasco and later Louisiana-style brands like Crystal or Original Louisiana Hot Sauce, Red Rooster, yet ownership rarely lived with the people who built that flavor. Labels often sold the fantasy of cowboys and bayous, while the real story included enslaved labor in Black kitchens. Appropriation didn't erase that origin, it just erased credit. During the Great Migration, millions of African Americans carried that Southern taste north and out west, and hot sauce became a portable bit of home. A bottle wrapped in a newspaper, in a trunk, a little bit in a jar, on a lunch pail, a travel size tucked inside a purse. Segregation made it practical that if a traveler was denied service or was stuck with a bit of bland flair, a splash of hot sauce could save a meal. Black folks prepared shoebox lunches, complete with salt, pepper, and hot sauce because their own safety relied on their own self-reliance. The flavor-shaped cities in Harlem on Central Avenue, countermen slid bottles across table with fish and grits, diners and juke joints and church basements all kept the same table setup.
Africa eat fish and ugali. America we eat fish and grits.
Yep.
Salt, pepper, and a little bit of heat. By the 1960s, the phrase soul food gave a name to the cuisine Black communities had been preserving under pressure. On soul food tables, 2 bottles were standard: a clear pepper vinegar for greens and peas, and red Louisiana-style hot sauce for fish, chicken, and eggs.
You go to Tabasco. You know, you're the Black family in America. You can't eat shit without that hot sauce. I was always the one in the family, man. I don't want none of that shit on my shit. He ain't putting no hot sauce on none of that boy. That chicken, I don't want nothing hot on none of my shit.
And continue this tradition of adding a little bit of bite to their food. The culture continues to keep this signal alive. In 2016, Beyonce sang about having hot sauce in her bag, which is
hot sauce. That's right. Hot sauce in my bag, swag, because you know, I'm the oddball. I'm the odd man out because I don't like hot sauce. I'm the rare African American that can't stand that shit. But that's part of the culture, that hot ass hot sauce. That's why I got Hillary Clinton talking about, I got hot sauce in my bag. You get your white ass out of here.
Hot sauce to add a little bit of taste to an otherwise bland food. Today, Black-owned brands are attempting to reclaim shelf space with regional styles of Low Country and the Caribbean, but the gap remains, and the industry still undercredits the Black cooks who taught America to crave a little bit of heat.
Yeah, you guys, I never understand. It's big for Black people. I never understood it. I don't like eating that. I'm all hot and sweaty. My head is on fire. I don't get, but it's a Black thing, especially in America. It's a Black culture. I can't do it. My wife put hot sauce on everything. Hey, don't put that shit on my food.
Folks love hot sauce because Africa taught us to love a little bite to our food, and because the Americas gave us chilies and we made them sing. Because a splash of vinegar pepper.
Obama with the trying to pan to the Black folks. I got my hot sauce. You don't get your dick sucking ass out of here.
A little bit of hot sauce doesn't hurt. Just a little bit. That's a little bit.
There you go. I don't want none of it.
Not too much. I don't like drinking water when I'm taking my food. I want it to be a little bit manageable. You know, I don't want to drink a lot of water as I
can't be the Black American home, Joby, without no hot sauce.
Not too much. I drink a little bit though. I don't mind. Just a little bit.
Smacked in the mouth.
Jason, Byron Scott, Danny. I see Danny says Cajuns, if I'm pronouncing correctly, are white. That is a French. And the Creoles are a mix between Black, Indian, and French. And
okay. So the Cajuns, you said the Cajuns are the white people. And the Creoles are the mix. I know one of them mixed. I know one of them are the goddamn mixed motherfuckers. These the damn mulattoes. I know that. So, okay, the Cajuns, they would be considered the white people, and the Creoles would consider the mix. Okay.
Yeah. And Jason says, I'm going to a Louisiana festival next month in a beach. All the Louisiana, everyone is talking about cost $15 to $25, especially the alcohol drinks. That's what's up, Jason. Have a blast. Sail the Sea says, my 26 years working for government, I never ate no European, Asia, Caribbean, Latino, and African restaurant. Damn, that's, you don't like exploring?
You ate the soul food. I get you ate soul. Me neither. I don't like exploring shit because I have to. This is only there. I had to. One day I was in about 6 months ago. I was in Texas, and then the only restaurant there was some Indian shit. I'm like, oh man, what? This open is Indian shit. I was starving. I was starving to go try that shit. Was disgusting. It was spicy as hell too, rice, but it stunk. Shit stunk like hell. I ate like 2 bites. I said, I can't eat this stinky ass shit. So in the morning, and see, Joe was like, you guys, some people are adventurous eaters. I'm not. I don't like to venture nothing because I might be throwing up or doodling on myself. Diarrhea. Now I don't want to try. Unless I know what it is. Like what they call a finicky eater, or I'm not an adventurous eater. I don't like to be trying a bunch of shit. Some people do. Say, oh, if I can be on YouTube, say, oh, look at this, let me try that. And then you try it, and the people get all mad at your face like, how's it taste? This shit nasty to the motherfucker. Hey, what? You know, I gotta be honest too much. How's that taste? Is it good? That shit nasty as fuck. What is this shit? Joey can eat. Yeah, Joey.
I think that's why my stomach was literally fucked up from last week, because I like trying new things. I like eating.
I know about that. That's what a lot of people do. That's good. A lot of people like that. I'm not like that. A lot of people like that. They like to try. You call it an adventurous eater. We like to try new things.
Yeah,
Me?
Yeah, even when we went for the media training, I remember when we were serving ourselves, I tried, I don't know what that shit was called, but it looked like rice. I thought it was rice. Then I went to taste it. It was like really disgusting. I'm like, hell no, I'm not having it. I'm glad I killed the curiosity by trying. I was like, nah, I'm not trying this again. Catch me not trying this. I also tried some bunch of cakes. I didn't like a couple. I liked the cinnamon cake more. You know, so I like trying new stuff personally. And I also see
That's different. Those are cakes. I can try a different kind of cake. That's different from some weird ass foods.
I don't like too much sweet cake. Like, you know, like the chocolate cake, it's too sweet for me. Like too sweet.
It's too sweet, but you talking about coconut and all that old other weirdo shit you think you want to be getting.
Chocolate right now, but I still don't like chocolate cake. Like, I don't like it. But I see Jason says my family still cooks Louisiana style food to this day. That's what's up. And I was eating foods at the age of 7 years old. I also like hot foods. Personally, I've grown up being. That's why you see kids will make fun of me that I eat my food so fast. My mom used to make fun of me because I didn't used to chew spaghetti and rice. I used to just swallow, like just. And I think I still have that.
Damn! I don't know your stomach off. You gotta chew, Joe, but you can't be just throwing shit down your damn head.
No, ours is not dry like yours, you guys. Ours are soup, right? So it's easy to just easily, just swallow, just easy to swallow. But I also see Sail the Sea says, here in America, I never ate at a restaurant besides fast food. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables in other countries. I had a lot of sausage from a Nigerian security guard. I knew that sausage was really hot. I mean hot. That was Jason.
I believe you. I believe it was really hot. That Nigerian shit is hot. I won't be eating none of it.
Yep. Yeah, I had a Nigeria one time. A friend of mine cooked noodles for me, and I couldn't even eat them. they were too hot. And then they even made it worse and ordered KFC that was spicy. And I don't like spicy KFC. That's one thing that I like spicy KFC, but that was too spicy. I don't know why that was too spicy. I like actually spicy KFC nowadays.
I don't like no spicy KFC, no spicy Popeyes. I like no spicy nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what's up. Literally, as we get into the Candice Owens situation, let me share a little bit of also some news and updates about Texas, which wants to end property taxes and letting people own their own homes without paying them forever. I think this is actually super amazing. I always wonder why you guys you buy houses but you're still paying taxes. Like that is
because it's a con. That's why, because America's a con and they don't know that. You know, it's a con. You pay taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes on top. Americans never own shit because if you don't pay the taxes, they come take the house that you paid for.
Yeah,
it's always a con.
Because I remember actually that caught up with me when I saw one of the Kenyan or Nigerian ladies she was talking about super drums. She was told to remove all the super drums.
In America, that's gonna have drums. Yeah, you think this Africa, you gonna have drums? Get that shit out of here.
I'm like, damn, you can't even store no water. This is crazy. No. And you own a home and you're paying taxes. Like this is theft of the highest level. You know?
So Texas might actually be moving to eliminate property taxes. If you are a homeowner or real estate investor like myself, I do both.
I don't believe it.
It sounds like Christmas done came early, ain't it? I mean, no more writing them big ass tax checks every year just to live in a house that you own and maintain.
Imagine.
That's always been a crazy concept.
I know, it's always crazy. Me too, that shit doesn't sit well with me. I like, what the hell? I can't imagine such rules being in Africa, not even, leave alone even Kenya, that I bought a land.
That's what they trying. That's what they trying to do. That's what that 24 budget bill was trying to do. They're trying to make sure you guys have to pay taxes on your land. They're trying to take everything European, but you guys got to pay them. Pay the white man. That's why you got the new GMO potatoes that were just released now in Kenya. They're not eat them, but you're constantly paying them, or it fucks up your land, and you're constantly paying them for the seeds. I forgot what them potatoes are called. The lady was showing on TikTok, all them GMO potatoes and shit.
To me. But before we start celebrating, there's a big ass question that we need an answer to.
They're not gonna do it.
We stop paying property taxes. Who is going to pay for schools? Right now, property taxes is pretty much the piggy bank for Texas schools. We pay teacher salaries. We keep the lights on. We pay for those big ass football stadiums that we love watching Texas high school football in. And if they eliminate property taxes, then Texas schools gonna have to find another bucket of money.
You get it from sales taxes.
They're gonna either increase sales taxes or just come up with another tax out of nowhere. Y'all know how Congress get down. So instead of property taxes, that $12 Chipotle bowl might start costing $20. Now, as amazing as this could be for homeowners,
sales taxes.
I know personally, my mortgage would probably drop about $220 every month. I could use that. The money got to come from somewhere. So don't stop paying them property taxes yet. Keep on paying them property taxes, or little Johnny gonna be
they're not gonna pass that shit. I don't know why you even bring that out. They're never gonna pass not paying property taxes. Whenever they put a tax in, they never get rid of it, especially property taxes. That's all across America. They're never gonna get rid of that. So you can keep doing your goofy TikTok video or whatever it's Instagram shit. They're never gonna stop. Never gonna change that. That's why it's in every state. There's been no state in America that has repealed property taxes. It ain't never gonna happen. Ever. So I don't know why you open your mouth and even say that stupid shit. Go ahead.
Well, it's not really him, because this was the Texas lawmakers who say that they are working to reduce the property taxes.
They said that's reduced. That's not get rid of it. They said they're gonna. That's them trying to pretend, we're going to cut some of the price. They're never going to get rid of it. This moron said, they're working to get rid of it. They're not going to get rid of that. They'll never get rid of no tax that they've had implemented for over 100 years. They're never get rid of that. Not no property tax. Not in America, they're not. Because they've been stealing from those funds. Remember, these politicians have been stealing from the property tax. Unlike Africa, we don't have to pay no pay for school directly comes out of the property tax. So, and another reason why they're not going to do that, remember, in America, you can only go to school in the area where you're paying property taxes at. So you can't, so they don't want your nigga broke ass in their school. So if you're not paying property taxes, everybody can come to the good white schools. They don't want your nigga ass there. Okay? Let your family's making money, live in a good neighborhood like me or somebody else. You ain't going to the school. They'll lock they'll lock your ass up. Talking about you going to one of the schools in the neighborhood. That's why whenever you go to school in America, it's what zoned off depending on your address. What is your zip code? What is your address? Where do you live at? And if you find you don't live in that area to go to that school, they gonna lock your ass up. That's how much they don't want your black ass in there. Because school in America is not based on no equality. It's based on how much money you got. So if you live in a good school, a good housing area, your taxes are high enough where you got really good schools. That's why all the schools in the projects are fucked up. Because your tax base is sorry. You don't make enough money. Have a good school. Your schools are all raggedy and pull up all the black schools all fucked up. Unless you live in one of the really nice black neighborhoods like in outside of DC and Maryland and all that shit. Other than that, they're not gonna change that. Because their racism always comes first. Go to schools in Texas. I just left Texas. You think a lot of the Texas schools are integrated? The hell they're not. Go outside the major city. Go outside of Houston, outside of Dallas, to them nice white neighborhoods, outside of Austin, all the white folks live at. Be like 3 black people in the whole neighborhood. Think they're going to change that to let your black ass start going to their schools? You know, it's a lie. So put this up real quick, Joey. Put this up since I got on that. And you say, type this in your thing. Say, homeowners get mad. Say, homeowners get mad at black students going to schools that don't live in their neighborhood. Say, white homeowners get mad about black students going to their schools that don't live in their neighborhood. Shit, that's like the third rail. White people go crazy, got your ass up in their school, and you don't live in their neighborhood. They don't give away no property taxes. That funds racism. You crazy? They don't want your black ass in their school. Good.
This is all we want. We want peace, we want quietness, but we want our schools. Why can't the federal government leave us alone and give us our schools for the sake of our children, for us, for peace?
Think about children. We don't want no niggas up in here. Good.
We want no trouble. We don't condemn these black people.
Mm-hmm.
They are human beings too. We understand that, but we want our schools. And we're going.
They're human beings, but we don't want none of these nigga human beings in our school. She said, so she know what to say, but she said, they're human, because they usually call you human beings. And now they want to, they're human beings, we get it. These nigga bitches are human beings, but we don't want none of these niggas, human beings, in our school. Okay? Go ahead, Joe.
And this isn't over yet, and it won't be over until our children are taken out of this school and placed in their neighborhood schools. What's so bad about that? We aren't standing here to create a problem. We are doing what they have done many, many times. Now, is that wrong, people of this world today? Is it wrong that we stand up for a change?
And that's an old video. It ain't shit changed. Times change. They don't. Ain't shit changed today. You go in the white neighborhood schools, they look like colleges. They got everything. Go in the black neighborhood schools, look like a scene out of Mad Max.
And for what you worked hard for, in my opinion, if anybody had the right to fight, it's the Indians. They were the ones that were here in this country before the black people or before we were. And if anybody had the right to fight, they...
You wiped out the fake Indians.
Why should we have to be bussed from one end of
Why,
town.
why should we have to be with these niggas? Huh? See, I hate them. Honest and real. Why should we have to be sitting with these monkeys? With these niggas? We hear before that about these no good dirty Africans? Huh? We don't want these dirty niggas up in here.
Sending your kids to the all-white schools for access to better education. As someone whose parents did the same, we've talked about it, they regret it. Let me tell you why. It causes irreparable damage to your self-esteem and your mental health.
Right.
That
it will make sure you get no good education.
So much time and effort to self-correct that it's not worth it. But sending them to an all-white school with people who do not look like them is not the answer, I promise you. This is why you have people getting on the internet talking about like divesting from the black community.
That's right. That's how you get your Candace. I mean, that's why I put this. It's where you get your Candace Owens, Coondice ass, right? Where you get your Candace Owens asses, right? Talking this fuck shit. And now I'm gonna segue from that to this. Now they turning on her ass, right? The white community is now openly calling her nappy-headed nigga. A nappy-headed bitch. How are they doing? Right? You guys know the weekend. They just Lord Luma. So I'm gonna have Joe go type this up, Joe, in your search bar. Say Lord Luma.
Lord.
Lord Luma. Laura. Like Natalie. Laura. Oh, white name, Laura. Lord Luma calls out Candace Owens. Or Lord Luma calls Candace Owens Lord Luma calls Candace a nappy-headed bitch. And you see Trump with that phone. See, this Candace make you got Candace free. You Candace out the
You're breaking.
without that shit on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but in beats, come again. You're breaking a little bit.
I said, that's what I want.
Okay. And
Still breaking now? Yeah, that's why they wanted, they're setting Candace up, even though they're making her look crazy looking, taking the makeup off her. That's why I said I can't meet no bra with no makeup. You're going to have to take that shit off so I can see what you really look like. A lot of these women are ugly as hell without that makeup on. You can get out of here with that makeup shit. So because my wife never wore no makeup ever. She was naturally pretty. So you don't look good without the makeup. You got to go. Anyway, they show me Candace Owens what it looks like without the makeup. Even though they're making it extreme, they always put the damn Willie Horton effect, the dark, like they do the OJ effect, right? Making you look dark and crazier as a black person, right? So that's what they do right now to Candace, right? Because now she's been called out. Remember, she was their crash dummy for black people to start, because she could say all kind of foul shit about the black community. Might be say, oh, we're not the ones saying it. It's Candace. She's black. She agrees with us. All this racist shit she was saying. So if you guys don't know, I'm sure you guys already know that Trump went off on Trump talking about Candace Owens is stupid. She's low IQ. She uses white men for their money. She wants to lay with white men. She wants to lay with white men. And so we all know that Candace has self-hatred, right? But they're now calling it out, which is funny. They're all coming after now, saying how she met her husband like in 2 weeks. Yeah, you meet a white man in 2 weeks and you're married to him? He ain't got no money. I'm breaking up again?
No, I'm saying that's crazy.
Yeah, right. That's crazy because you hate yourself. So, because remember, Candace was broke before she started this grift. You guys remember Candace was broke. Fucked up. They know the best way to get money is to talk crazy about black people. And since she has no damn integrity, and she's a scum of the earth. That's why she can never let back in black society, ever. And I meant that shit. So everybody saying that some people, maybe we should let Candace know. You kicked in the head, but a horse kicked you in the fucking head. Candace can never be let back in the black society, ever. Let the wolves have her ass. Have her wretched ass. So yeah, Lord Luma, come on, I'm not scared. All of them are now being released, right? Talking about Candace crazy, because they know Candace is a phony, because they made her. They know she's a bad witch, sucking on white dick and balls. They know that, because they made her. But this is good. She get a wake-up call. I love it. Love it. They always come back for you coon-ass niggas, and I'm here for it. Every time you coon-ass niggas think you're too slick, the white man comes back and smacks you upside your fucking head. And I'm here for it. So now Candace is getting smacked upside the head, called her low IQ, said she married a homosexual, they're saying that Candace married a skittle guzzler. If Joe, we gotta use our slang for Joe because Joe doesn't know how to eat bonnets and our slang. If you know what Skittles are, Joey, Skittles are a rainbow candy. You know the homosexual group are called the rainbow, right? So it's a code word without getting caught because about it. You know what? You know what? So they call her husband a Skittle guzzler. Means he takes sperm in the mouth. He's Skittle guzzler, Joey. Skittle means the rainbow.
Okay.
He's a Skittle. Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
Miss Owens, she is finally getting her wake-up call. And we always said we knew eventually this was going to happen.
Not this goofy nigga here. Not this, he get his wake-up call. Not this sellout ass. Remember, we gonna talk about his ass tomorrow and his wife, his Spanish wife. He lives in Houston, married to a non-black woman, talking all that fuck shit about Africans and black people, while the Spanish lady was calling all kind of black people niggas. I love arresting niggas, putting charges on niggas. Fuck these niggas. But let this moron talk. Go ahead.
But now you know for years, Candace Owens.
Nobody's just the wrong person to talk.
It's not me. It's TikTok. God damn it. Shit.
We'll go find somebody else. Not this nigga.
Okay.
Did Candace Owens get fully loomered? What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you, infamous podcaster Candace Owens, who made her way to the political stage back in 2017 as she marketed herself as a black conservative. And then rode Charlie Kirk's coattails to the world stage. And then
all fake. Now remember, Charlie Kirk, this old racist ass, despicable fucking human being that she fucking, remember, as you go back, remember Candace is poor, right? Candace was getting, so 2016, Candace was getting evicted out of her apartment because she didn't pay her rent. They were kicking her ass out of there, right? Because she was like $15,000 to $16,000 in back rent. She was broke. Fucked up. Somehow, because remember, they always research their coon. You know, so Candace was already broke, fucked up. You know, that's the picture that Trump is using. So do this for me for a minute, Joe. But keep that open. But go to Google and say images of Donald Trump's time image of Candace Owens. Say Donald Trump's time image, T-I-M-E, time image of Candace Owens. Show that and share that. Say Donald Trump's time image of Candace Owens. So, yeah, and share that. I think small. Yeah, there we go. So remember, Candace put this picture, not as bad. I think the original picture, she's all fucked up, like it's not as bad, but still fucked up. Saying that the apartment caused her to have some kind of disease or some shit, right? Because she didn't want to pay the bill. She tried to sue the landlord and say that the apartment fucked her up, right? Because she was $17,000 in debt. But just like she tried to sue her damn high school when she was in high school, remember? She sued her high school for like discrimination and won when she said discrimination doesn't exist. That's all they were discriminating against in the high school. But which for all the white folks, she told you that discrimination doesn't exist. It's just the niggas are bad, fucking around with Kanye West stupid ass, talking about white lives matter and black people all fucked up. Talking about, oh, you guys remember that despicable shit she said about George Floyd? George Floyd was on drugs and he was put out the train. He's so big. He's so big, it's hard to do a big black man like that. And then he wanted to get on the ground. You guys remember that shit? I'm gonna put that up. That commentary, that despicable ass commentary this bad wench was talking about. This nappy-headed, I'm gonna call it what Lord Luma called it. This nappy-headed bitch was saying that he wanted to get on the ground, or he wanted to get his neck crushed by some white man in the streets of Minnesota. You despicable bitch, you. But see, these motherfuckers are despicable. And so now white people are coming for them because they're not gonna let her be the face of white people. They're not gonna let this nigga bitch now be the face of white people. They used her so they can put, throw a rock and hide their hand. That's how they always put the puppet niggas up there and let them say all kind of outrageous, crazy shit so they can throw the rock and hide their hands. So it ain't me, it's the nigga. She's saying it. It must be true. She black. She says that she's agreed with our racist ass shit. So the white man gets to throw the rock and hide their hand by putting their puppet bed wench out there. This puppet ass broad. This filthy bitch. So now they're showing you that, yeah, we know about you and the white man. You trying to, you like put white, you like put white dick down your throat. We know it. They tell you. Trump told you. Yeah, she's going to have the white man, got to get white man to get a rotten coochie. I love it. I love all of it, Joby, all of it. So like our Bruce. So anyway, she got Lord Luma. So just say, see if we get. Okay, we'll let her talk. Let's see if we can find Lord Luma. Go ahead. I want Lord Luma
call. A whole bunch of different places.
Yes, she got
has now made her life's work about trying to find out who killed Charlie Kirk, and in doing so, absolutely dragged Charlie's widow through hell and back. Has found herself an enemy in Laura Loomer. Now, Laura Loomer is an online journalist. She has a Pentagon press pass.
She's an online journalist. Laura Loomer is a racist nutcase. And see, that's how you know this lady was probably sucking Candace Owens' balls when she was talking all that racist shit. So that's why she's coming out here beating up on Candace, because you dumbass black motherfuckers, you think you always got, you're like a goopy irritard. You think you got white allies. They don't like your ass. They love when you coon and you talk crazy about black people, but as soon as your ass goes off the reservation, they gonna knock you in the mouth. Okay? And that's what this goopy white woman is doing right here. Trying to say Laura Loomer is a journalist. Laura Loomer is a drug-riddled fucking goddamn crazed moron. Everybody knows she's a drug addict. But she's trying to, because she's white, she's trying to big up her credentials. Laura Loomer's a journalist and got a press pass to the Pentagon. Now Laura Loomer's a racist ass junkie. Now talking crazy about Candace Owens. Okay? Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead and play this crazy white bitch.
She hates Candace Owens, likely because Candace Owens is an anti-Semite, and because as of recently,
see, now you gotta put that fake anti-Semite shit. Candace is no more anti-Semite than she's a good-looking woman. Not. Okay? She's not a good. All you need is she's not a good-looking woman, And she's not an anti-Semite at all. All the bootlicking she been doing. She's not no see, let's start with fake white people. And she's an anti-Semite. All fake. Now, is she a bootlicking, buck dancing coon? Yes, of course. An anti-Semite? No. Go ahead, Joby.
Owen'S and Lori Luma. Anyway, while y'all doing all that, before we get started, let's make sure, before we end this, make sure you tap, like, and follow. Have you the news? Have y'all seen other content creators talking about it? Girl, cause when she called, Laura Loon said that Candace Owens a nappy-headed. But I was like, oh, she been around black folks. Go, what she doing about nappy-headed?
No. Get out this moron here. She been around black people. Nobody else gonna get the most ebonic talking motherfucker. What she know about? Let me finish. What she know about black people? She know about black people and stuffings. What they be stuffings? Shut your stupid ass up, you moron. Right? Everybody knows that white people. Everybody knows that white people call black people nappy-headed. That's what the term came from them. That's not our term for us. You stupid broad. White people created the name nappy to describe our real hair than their fur. Our hair was called nappy. That's their term. That wasn't ours. We just adopted it. That's their term. That's their racist ass term to call us nappy-headed. You nappy-headed bastard, nappy-headed bitch. Go ahead, Joby.
TikTok is giving me videos you told me to pull. So you
go past them goofy ones. The ones that they're talking about. I said pull up Laura. I said pull up Laura Luma. Laura Luma talks shit about Candace Owens. Gotta be one with her. Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Because I feel like this is a little controversial in my opinion. I think she got some things right, some things wrong. What do you think?
Okay, so my honest take on this is I know that Laura Loomer has watched my channel. That's first of all, I want to say that. And the reason why I say that is because of certain things she was saying when she was mentioning certain things about Candace Owens' childhood and how it relates to, who she is.
I told you. I'm glad you showed this. See how the white people are now turning on her? Remember, like, white people were kissing her ass 4 or 5 years ago. She's talking all that crazy shit about black people. Oh, Lord, Candace Owens is the truth. Everything she's saying is so true. It's righteous. Candace Owens is sent by Jesus himself. It's not her fault that you niggas are no good. She's black. She's telling you the truth. Now that she's telling the truth about some of you white people, now they're talking, oh, this raggedy bitch. You raggedy, nappy-headed bitch. Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead. Now her head's all nappy.
Right away. Okay. Clearly, Laura has watched the channel and she knows that I investigated Candace Owens. My thing is though, I did a little bit of research on scripture because I wanted to understand, like, what does God's word say about this?
All these, let me pause it. And all these fake white people with their fake scriptures. And what is the scripture? You remember, they're all racist and shit. So every God they believe in is racist. What kind of God is this? And I wanted to know about the scripture. I want to know about the scripture. You can't get black people with that fake ass Christian shit. They don't believe in that Christian bullshit. It's all fake because it's fake. Because remember, they're still racist and evil. These white people are racist and evil. Never change, right? I want to know what the scripture said. Candace Owens is in the scripture. It reads right there in Mark 22, chapter 5. There's going to be a black, nappy-headed hoe that comes and tries to fool us. It's in the scripture. It's a nappy-headed hoe in the scripture, John 22, chapter 5. Candace Owens is in the Bible, and God called her nappy-headed hoe. Go ahead, Joby.
Seriously, Laura did say some very controversial things.
She said
that everybody hates Candace, that God hates Candace, and more.
God hates her.
So I looked it up. I was like, I went to Google and I said, does God hate people? Because I wanted to hear, like, what is it?
She had to look it up on Google. She had to look it up on Google whether goofy God hates people. I told you, listen, you niggas in these stupid religion with these white people, you're out of your fucking mind. I went to go, her bad talking, her bad English talking ass. I had to go look up in the God and the Googles and stuff. I had to go look up in the Googles and stuff and see if God hated people. I had to go look up in the Googles. I didn't know whether or not God hated people until I looked up in the Googles and stuff. This is a fucking moron, right? Bad English, talking crazy. I had to go, I know Lord Luma said that. Candace, God doesn't like Candace Owens and called her nappy-headed bitch. But I had to go look up in the Googles and see if God hated people. God, this is the most psychotic shit I've ever heard. Go ahead, Joe, but keep playing this moron.
So it brought up Psalms 11:5.
See, Psalms
11:5 says the Lord
with some fake scripture. Go ahead.
The righteous, but the wicked. And hold up, let me actually pull this up on my phone because clearly my handwriting is not good.
Psalms with the wicked. You can't. I know you can't read or talk, bitch. You're illiterate. That's why you sound like a moron. Because you can't read your own writing. You barely can write. And I know you're fucking your daddy. Got your daddy's penis all on your throat. Got your daddy's nutsack all on your tonsils. Your nasty ass. Go ahead, Joby. That pawpaw.
Good. When you pull it up, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like this is what's so hard is on one hand, like, you want to kind of hate the sin, not the sinner, right? And so, and that's not necessarily, that's kind of just an old adage. I don't know if that's necessarily.
See, remember, they needed some kind of a book, some kind of religion to try to make them, to give them balance because they're naturally evil. So they got to take some scripture to make them not, but they still go back to evil. Evil is their default. They're evil by nature. That's their default setting. I got to go through the Googles and see if God doesn't like Candace Owens. You start reading some goofy fucking Psalms 25:8. Oh, I can't read my own writing. Grandpa was fucking me. I couldn't read my own writing. I don't know how to write. Go ahead.
You just did a video, and I ain't gonna go too deep into it because you went after Candace Owens, and I don't like her anyway. Coondice Owens is what we call
it. Yeah, that's right, Coondice.
You know, and I still hold some integrity, and I still get in my fifties when you try to come for
I told you, black people always got, especially black women. Shut your mouth. When it's time for her to get this work, you shut your fucking mouth and let her get it. She's still a black woman. I still want to be some kind of solidarity, and I don't like them beating up. No, it's her time to get beat the fuck up. We're going to let her play.
Beautiful natural hair.
She sold out the black community.
Scalp and try to call it nappy.
It's like our natural hair is bad.
In other words, try saying that to her face. That's all I got to say to you. Try saying it to her face, Laura Loomer.
Candace ain't no fighter. What are you talking about? Candace ain't no fighter, lady. What are you talking about? She just say that shit to Candace's face all day. Candace will sit around and suck her coochie. What are you talking about? That's a white woman. Candace has self-hate like a mug. Shut up. See, let's go past this moron. Shut the fuck up. Know what you're talking about. You stupid.
Candace Owens a nappy-headed hoe. Like, not directly, but she basically was defending Harry Styles, and she was like, he wears the dress better than any of you nappy-headed hoes. And, like, she said that it was an accident. She didn't realize the history of that word.
No, she didn't. That's a lie. Right. No, see, black women trying to... See, you know the history. That's why she said it, stupid. Everybody knows the history of that fucking word. They said her racism was just so over the top, and it exposed all these MAGA morons, all these racist white people still just who they always are. They're racist. Okay? No matter what they try to hide to you morons, they're racist. So her trying to come back and now apologize, I didn't know the meaning of that word. I didn't understand. That's a fucking lie. Or she wouldn't have used it. And she wouldn't have used it the way she said it. She said it to be derogatory. Go listen to what she said. She said, you nap and your nappy-headed bitch. It said black people's hair is bad. Remember, our hair is supposed to be bad. Their fucking fur is supposed to be good. That's why you got the quotation, good hair and bad hair. Black people's hair is bad. Hair is good. But what fucking mixed is all crazy shit. When everybody's she knows what the fucking man. What are you talking about? Maybe she didn't know. She didn't know. That's why she used it. Stick cans in the fucking mouth with it. So you ain't white. No matter how much kind of white shit you did for us, you're still a nappy-headed bitch. Don't get it twisted. You letting Candace know you're still in the slave house cooking food for me and Massa. You're cooking jambalaya on the stove for me and White Daddy. And later on, White Daddy is going to come to your room and rape the shit out your nappy-headed ass. That's how she meant it. And that's how she said it.
That kind of just the danger of adopting AAVE as internet slang, because y'all might say some real out-of-pocket stuff because you don't realize what you're saying. It's just cool.
It's not pocket. She's not. See, I told you black women are dangerous with their stupidity because you don't know what is slur. You don't know what it. She knows exactly what it is. Why she did it. That's why I want you to show find the Laura Luma video itself, and I'll say Laura Luma says it herself. The Laura Luma video. She know what the fuck she said. Why she doing it? That's why she said it. She's not saying that she don't know what she's saying. People don't use that unless they know what they're saying. She knows exactly what she's saying, and how she said it. You nappy-headed. Said it so cold and delicious. You nappy-headed bitch. They probably took it down. That's why I'm sorry, Joe. It went so viral 5 days, got too long. Yeah, TikTok most likely took it down because it was everywhere. I couldn't get it over the weekend. Like, God damn, I need it. Then she did it Friday. But after we got done, you nappy-headed bitch.
For some reason, there's a lot of people that are really afraid of this nappy-headed black bitch who just has a lot to say, but not really a lot to offer.
No, bro, you see what I said? So, did that sound like Joby? She know what she was saying? Did it sound like she was confused right there, Joby?
No.
Of course not. She said, exactly. She said it was so much, play that again. She said it with confidence. Some people out there don't know about this nappy-headed black bitch Joby. She wasn't confused.
I'm not afraid of Candace Owens, and I'm happy to match her energy. I'm happy to wrestle in the mud with that bitch.
Start from the beginning again. I'm gonna lose you in 5 minutes.
For some reason, there's a lot of people that are really afraid of this nappy-headed black bitch who just has a lot to say, but not really a lot to offer. So I'm not afraid of Candace Owens, and I'm happy to match her energy. I'm happy to wrestle in the mud with that bitch and, roll around and
remember the white lady, but this is a Christian. She told Laura Luma's a Christian and a journalist and a great Christian. Calling people nappy-headed bitches. She's a great Christian. Yeah. Don't ever get caught when these white people talk this Christian shit to you. They're gonna get your face with that fake ass shit. They don't change their behavior with that fake ass religion. So go ahead, Joey.
With her, if that's what she wants to do.
Candace Owens.
Well, Candace Owens.
So this is part a million on why you should stop blindly trusting anybody that calls themselves a Christian online or says Christ is king without using biblical discernment. Candace Owens was exposed by Laura Loomer on X last week to have hired a Jewish.
That's the white people. This is the white people. See, don't go. Candace not a Christian anymore. Candace not a Christian because she said something about that was true about white people being savages. Right? She's not a Christian. See, Laura Loomer, the Christian. She called Laura Loomer the Christian who called somebody a nappy-headed bitch. See, I told you. These motherfuckers are immoral by nature. That is black people. You better get to to your fucking head. These people are evil. And they stand with each other no matter what kind of immoral shit they're saying. You're that's not part of my tribe, and that's not right. Black people are like, that's not right. No matter, we're all God's people. Black people say that fuck shit. White people throw your ass under the bus. Say, you nigga bitch, you're not a Christian. You're a good Christian girl calling you a nigga bitch and a nappy-headed hoe. She's the real Christian. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead,
Israel Zionist lawyer to defend her in her lawsuit against Brigitte Macron. That same lawyer this week on Tuesday dropped her case after their relationship was revealed, because obviously it's not a good look for him to be a prominent lawyer within the anti-Semitic space while defending one of the most anti-Semitic public figures in the country. But here's my question to you guys. Let's reason for a second, okay? If Candace Owens genuinely believed that Zionists, Jewish people, Israel controlled the entire world and that they were so evil and so dangerous, why would she be giving her money to a Jewish pro-Israel, pro-Zionist lawyer to defend her in her case against Brigitte Macron? Her convictions must not actually be that deep. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I genuinely believed that a group of people was evil, or that a person was evil, I would not be giving my money to them. So while Candace Owens is doing everything in her power to get you and to get vulnerable Christians to hate Jewish people, to curse Israel, which is unbiblical, ungodly, against the word of God, she
Okay. Wow.
She is giving her money away to a pro-Israel, pro-Zionist lawyer behind closed doors. In other words, she's a hypocrite. If you keep listening to people like her, not only will you be continually deceived and led astray, but you are going to continue to go against the word of God to your own destruction. So be very careful who you listen.
Okay.
Your hair and your eyes look so good. You're like beautiful.
Thank you.
You're like an Aryan degenerate goddess.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. You're Aryan too.
I know, but I'm Jewish.
It's okay.
Because you're such a cutie.
Don't mess my hair. God, fix it. Fix my hair. Did you fix it?
I did. But like that picture you posted on Instagram recently when you got like reinstated on Facebook was so hot. Like seriously.
I appreciate it.
It's so good.
It's a good picture.
Your skin and the Nazis hate me.
It's fun.
The alt-right people want to put me in a gas chamber because they're obsessed with the Jews.
I think they're just memeing on you, but it's okay.
It's okay. I don't care. I love it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I know. They're just jealous because I have big tits and an Ashkenazi IQ.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You got it.
Anyway, next time you're in New York, let me know. We'll hang out. Bring your girlfriend to New York sometime, and we'll all hang out. We'll go to like really cool restaurants and hang out and we'll have a blast.
Yes, I will bring my girlfriend.
Yeah, I want to meet. What's Becca?
Yeah.
Becca.
Yes.
She's so sweet.
You remember?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, you'll meet her.
You guys are so sweet. I hope it works out because, like I said, I know it's all in that. Like, I know everything you do on Twitter is like so fake and not real, but
yeah,
like,
it's all fake.
It's so sweet that you like and your girlfriend have been together for 3 years. I love it.
I know it's all an act.
Do you know something? Like, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Like, do you know so many people in this movement who preach trad life or like people on the side and like cheating on their partners?
That's
like,
so bad.
Like, they're not even like really trad life.
Such
like,
scum.
Like my ex is like dating somebody who's like super trad life, and she was like my boyfriend while we were dating and like ruined our relationship. And I act like it's okay, but like it's really sad because like I love when people like keep, you know, tradition in their relationships. It's just really sad.
Milo Yiannopoulos similarly described, and again, he published this, her repeated assault on a young Brazilian man who worked on her campaign. And he's not alleging here, okay? He claims that it is a fact that he can prove through many messages. Take a listen.
Laura Loomer,
the
most insane person. And I was...
Yeah, she's insane, but I'm going to go out again. Play that, Joby. I want you to keep playing that. But after that, Candace Owens talks about George Floyd's killing. After that, I'm gonna go out again. Go ahead. Okay.
You know, there was good friends with Laura too. Well, no, I was not good friends with Laura. I was loose allies with Laura until I met her, and then when I met her, properly,
she's
spent
not.
time with her, I
She's
realized
crazy.
she was absolutely mental. I distanced myself very quickly.
Exactly.
I distanced myself because
everybody knows she's mental, Laura Loomer. Go ahead.
Forced herself on young male volunteers, 20, 21-year-olds. And she would go in the middle of the night. And I mean, some men will find this to be quite titillating. Although,
this sounds kind of good.
When you imagine sort of the face of the of the saw doll, just sort of like you pull up the covers and there's the saw doll. I would like to play a game. It's less enticing, but she would climb into bed with these volunteers and them off in the middle of the night. Sorry to use that language, but I did tell you to put your children to bed.
No way. She wouldn't go and sexually assault random guys and just blow them.
Well, I'm telling you because I lived in the pool house with her victim. In
She's letting you know she goes suck their dicks, but she's a Christian. She's a good Christian. She go meet the young boys and suck their dicks. That's right, and get nut all on her fucking face.
It was a young Brazilian volunteer on her 2020 congressional campaign. I know because I helped to run that campaign, okay? So don't tell me you don't believe it. I was there. She was creeping into bed with him, and she convinced herself that they were in love. And he was coming to me every day saying, how do I make this stop?
You say, get off me. I mean, that didn't seem that hard. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, you would think that, but this is a young guy who's, I never really understood when people talked about power dynamics in rape before. I was like, okay, fine, either you want the sex or you don't.
Exactly. You don't understand rape because that's about power. And all his cum was drained out of his ball sack. He said, how do I make this stop? How do I make it stop? The ball sacks are dry. This Lord Loomer is crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Which surprised me greatly. Said, well, this was Laura Loomer. I didn't know how to say no. I said, what do you mean it's Laura Loomer? He said, well, she's like Laura Loomer. And I said, what does that mean? He's like, well, she might be a congresswoman. Like, I don't know if it's okay to like. And so I realized in that moment, especially because it was a man, which was so sort of peculiar and confusing to me. It was bizarre to me, but he meant it, and he was asking me how to make it stop.
There are women who have spoken out and said that this is real, that she has assaulted many men. And like I said, she has never sued any of these people for putting this information out there. Instead, she just blocks them. So the question becomes, why does Donald Trump allow her anywhere near the White House? Okay. Maybe the answer can be best summed up in her tweet to Benny Johnson when he said, pray for your enemies. Laura Loomer responded, don't pray for your enemies, Benny. Pray for your enemies to be destroyed and celebrate when they struggle. We don't have time for compassion for evil people. Break them down and conquer them with psychological warfare until they beg for mercy. Do not pray for them. This is Laura Loomer's strategy. She believes in, quote unquote, psychological warfare, which means she makes up vicious rumors about people, like she did when DeSantis was running, and Trump and his campaign found her to be quite useful when she said things like Casey DeSantis is making up cancer. Not something anyone would say, right? No dignity in that. Already going through a lot. You don't say someone's making up cancer, but these are the sorts of things that she does. She starts vicious rumors and she leaves it on the person to come up for air and explain that that's not true. And people typically get flustered. That's what she thinks is going to work on me. Making up AI photos and releasing them of my husband, literal AI photos, and trying to pass them off as authentic so she can make a claim that he's gay. Accusing us of being separated like she did this weekend, attacking my children. That was trending. Laura Loomer attacks Candace's children as feud escalates, claiming, as she did today, that my husband got drunk and hit a man in a car while brandishing a gun. This is her tweet, and she named the victim. Here it is. She knows none of this is true. Candace Owens says, I don't land any hits. Mind you, I have to post the screenshot of her reply because she blocked me. I did not block her. What type of hits do you want me to land, Candace? Do you want me to land a hit like your husband, George Farmer, allegedly landed when he allegedly hit, aka crashed into Tracy Robinson's car while he was allegedly driving drunk with an alleged firearm in his possession as a green card holder in Nashville, Tennessee, where you live? Remember Tracy? Sore subject? When are you going to tell your viewers about Tracy Robinson instead of simping for Tyler Robinson? Come on, Candy. Tell everyone who Tracy is, or should I direct them to the courts in Davidson County in Nashville, Tennessee? Well, by all means, I'm happy to tell everybody who Tracy Robinson is. I hadn't thought to do it because I've never met Tracy Robinson. I don't know Tracy Robinson. But certainly I learned his name when Laura dug up the fact that my insurance did pay a Tracy Robinson $6,987. We can show you that right here. As she said, you can find this on Nashville courts, and it is true. As you can see, a grand total of $6,987 for brandishing a gun and hitting somebody drunk. That sounds like a steal. That sounds like, if that were true, people would be out there playing Grand Theft Auto. You could hit people drunk, driving, just vent out some anger and only have to pay $7,000. The reality is my husband got into a fender bender pulling out of a parking lot on a rainy day in broad daylight about noon, I think it was. The police were not even called because two of them got out of the car, said a couple of FUs, calmed down, shook each other's hand and said, it's not worth calling the cops. Mr. Tracy Robinson maybe had a scratch on his car. George said, I'm happy to pay. And they exchanged insurances, drove off. And a couple of days later, Tracy decided he had post-whiplash disorder, went to the doctor, and we had to pay a grand total of $6,987. There was no drinking involved. There was no DUI involved. There were no police called. And yet this is her strategy. This is why Trump uses her, because she is willing to, in her ever-present mental disorder, to go after people's families, to make up rumors, to go after my in-laws, as she has done. She has tagged them. She attacks people who have nothing to do with anything, things that most people will not lower themselves to do. She will do. And like she says, she believes that breaks people psychologically. That's her goal. And Trump uses her as a pit bull. And let me tell you, Trump, you will eventually reap what you sow. People that are in your circle that have concerns that this is a fatal attraction should be listened to. Okay. She's not even Jewish. Her entire identity as being a feisty Jewess is something that she made up around 2019. She told me that she was not Jewish. She told multiple people that she is not Jewish. Her mother is a woman named Joanne Singe. Laura is Irish and English. Obviously, Judaism is matrilineal. She was not raised in temple. She was not bat mitzvah. She just decided that it was politically expedient to pretend that she was Jewish. She only learned how to draw a Star of David a couple of years ago when she was running for Congress. Okay, here's a clip of her learning to draw a Star of David a couple of years ago. This is your number one Zionist on X. Look at this clip.
All right, there we go.
Very good. They're almost identical. And
No, don't take photos of this. I don't want people know.
The second thing that you should know is that Laura Loomer has a real mental disorder. Like I said, people, this person's crazy. She's mentally ill, right? Trump says this. No, Laura is actually forbidden to own weapons. She cannot buy weapons. She cannot own them because she was placed on 2 involuntary psychiatric holds by her own father, who allegedly is very fearful of her. Because she has had multiple suicide attempts. She attempted recently to file an appeal with the FBI to reverse the banning on her owning weapons, and they declined to remove it, citing the fact that she had been involuntarily placed on psychiatric holds. Now, according to her former campaign manager, Milo Yiannopoulos, who she has never sued and simply blocks, he wrote and published a piece which should be read by everybody. And in that piece, he wrote this, quote, Laura Loomer has been diagnosed at various times and by various doctors as suffering from bipolar disorder, histrionic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder. Loomer's mother, whom we are not naming today, is an alcoholic, a manic depressive, and suffers from bipolar disorder in common with her daughter. Loomer has 2 brothers. One is a violent schizophrenic who is permanently incarcerated in a psychiatric facility. He will never be released. The other also suffers from depression and mood disorders and has been in and out of institutions all his life. Okay, end quote. Now, it's interesting that she's given access to the president of the United States. Everyone sees that this is a fatal attraction. In fact, I am told by people in Melania's circle that they believe, actually the most likely person to harm Donald Trump would be Laura Loomer. And yet, this completely somehow evades the president. He allows her in his circle. The question is why? Who is clearly uncomfortable on camera. Take a look at this.
All right, I'm curious.
Yeah, so let me share this other one now. When she was talking about George Floyd, then go through you guys' comments, which I see there's so many. Let me share this.
He's crying for his mother.
Okay.
Get the
I'm about to wake you up. Ready?
Girl,
I'm about to take your red pill.
Get off.
No,
He
no.
was handcuffed.
I'm about to
gave
give you the red
up.
pill.
He almost sprayed the people in the crowd.
Red pill, blue pill. You only get one.
Give me the.
I'm gonna hit you with the red pill.
I want the red one.
Have you ever seen the full arrest tape? You've only seen 9 minutes that were shot on the side of the sidewalk by Darnella Frazier because the Minnesota prosecution locked down the full arrest tape from the officers. You watch it, your whole mind is gonna explode. Okay. First and foremost, they tried to peaceably arrest this man. It's very clear he ingested more or whatever was in his car, trying to get away with it, whatever. They peaceably put him in the back of a cruiser. Okay. And he says, I don't want to be in the car because I can't breathe. I have claustrophobia. The guys say, we just took you out of this car. What do you mean you have claustrophobia? Why are you acting funny? He asks the guy in the car who was with him, did he just ingest something? Did he do something? George Floyd asks the police officer to put him on the ground himself. Mama, which the media didn't tell you, they made you think that he was calling for his mom. It's not true. And there's a previous arrest where he also calls for his mom, where he survived, which was like from a month earlier because he was a repeat offender.
The mom thing, I'll never get that out of my
They
head.
never showed you the in the court case who testified and said, I'm Mama. His white girlfriend was Mama. Okay. He was calling. He was calling. 1000% facts. The media never showed this. It was so irresponsible with it. His girlfriend testified and said that, I'm Mama. It's what they call each other affectionately. And obviously they were still in a relationship. And I just always think about, and what her and I discussed is, had the media had been more responsible and just reporting on the facts, even if you came to the conclusion he'd still be alive today, even if it was because he ingested something, there was something different Derek Chauvin could have done in the end, we would not have been at each other's throats if these simple facts, at least in the way that we were, if these simple facts were introduced with more clarity, with more perspective, with an aim to actually be more honest and not just wanting to see people war with one another, which is really what it came about. And I really strongly encourage you, because you can now find that on YouTube, encourage you, if you have only ever seen the 9-minute arrest tape, for you to watch the entire thing. Like, go on YouTube, watch the entire thing, because it will change your perspective on the media.
They had to have the jury believe that it was a neck restraint, it was the knee on the neck.
People down on their lies. So my friend Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, went on Drink Champs. This is a podcast. The funny thing is, I was supposed to go with him, but I couldn't because my young...
It's the fact that she said Kanye is a friend. That's even more crazy. Like, yo.
son got sick that morning. And so I did not go down there. And what has happened is because Ye went and spoke about the documentary, he spoke openly, basically was giving a critique of a documentary, a positive one, a review, if you will. And he told the truth about the levels of fentanyl that were found in George Floyd's autopsy. He told the truth because he watched the documentary. He told the truth because he was at the premiere. And like many people who have seen the documentary, he is upset with how we were lied to, how Black America in particular was lied to. So because of this, Roxy Washington, that is the mother of George Floyd's daughter, so George Floyd's baby mama, she has retained the services of a law firm in preparation to file a $250 million lawsuit against Ye for the comments that he made about George Floyd's death. Wow, that is incredible. Imagine going on air and telling everybody about a documentary that you watched, a documentary that is completely factual, a documentary that had experts, a documentary that used excerpts from the trial itself, and you decide that your grift just must keep on grifting. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna file a lawsuit against Ye. In case you didn't know this, guys, Ye has already given that family $2 million. Yes, because perhaps he even believed that it was a racist event, that Derek Chauvin did this because he hated Black men. And now some clarity has been provided. And he is trying to extend that clarity on a podcast to people who maybe have not seen the documentary yet. So let's first take a listen to Ye's actual statements that he made on Drink Champs.
I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama, mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary.
So I would like to first again impress upon you that Ye has already given this family $2 million. What did they do with that $2 million and the other millions and millions of dollars that came flooding in for them? Nobody knows. I know what they didn't do for documentary shows. They didn't go to George Floyd's house and pick up his stuff. They allowed his car to rot in the driveway. They didn't go visit the roommates or the last place that he lived for the 5 years preceding his death. They didn't care about any of that. They did get in front of cameras and cry. They did get in front of cameras and talk about, how much they loved him. The roommates, which is in a clip that we actually didn't air, told us that they had never even seen any of these family members. They'd never seen anybody that they saw on air talking about how much they loved him. It was the roommates that actually spent the most time with him for the last 5 years of his life. So it was interesting. It's a compelling story. George Floyd has a rap sheet, and I'm going to remind you guys of it again today. He was arrested for delivery of a controlled substance. He was arrested and put into jail. He was arrested for theft. He was arrested for theft again. He spent 10 months and 10 days in jail. He was arrested for failure to identify. He spent 15 days in jail. He was again arrested for possession of a controlled substance, less than 1 gram of cocaine. He was then arrested for trespassing, no forcible entry. He was arrested for delivery of a controlled substance. He was arrested for possession with intent to manufacture or distribute, another 30 months in jail total. He was arrested for aggravated robbery with a dangerous and deadly weapon. And that has really got to be the most significant arrest for me because of how sick what he did was. Ready? You guys, in many ways, were some of the people that were the closest to him.
Yes.
And I don't remember seeing your faces on the news or anybody talking to you. So I guess let's just start with that. When was the first time you met George?
Oh, well, I first met him in 2017. We ended up knowing each other. He was in a treatment center, and I actually was there too, but I was there for the alcohol, and, he was having problems with the pain pills. So when we met, we was unaware that this was, we both was in the same situation.
So you guys met and you figured out that you were going to the same treatment center. And I think, did that probably establish an instant connection between you two?
During that time, you talk about a lot of things that led you to where.
It's probably before Jibba Jabba, according to the question I see you're asking. It could be before, because I'm also asking myself all these, where is she getting all these evidences of all those cases she's mentioning, like how did she get all that information, It's crazy. But yeah, we got a few minutes. I hope Keith manages to come back before we get closer to winding up.
You were, and you get an idea
I go through the call
of who the persons that are around you, more one-on-one. And he was real open about, things he was going through and what he wanted to be. And his whole dream was to...
I'll keep a photo of Kobe Bryant. You can keep one of George Floyd and pretend he was an upstanding human being that just once or twice put a gun across a pregnant woman's belly. Could you imagine that woman right now? That black woman, by the way, right? Watching everybody pretend this person was an upstanding human being who just at the age of 42 and 5 prison stints was going to get his life together. I mean, it's embarrassing. We are embarrassing in that regard, right? This is why we have a cycle and a toxic culture, because nobody wants to tell the truth in Black America. It's so easy to be a victim. It's so easy to ask white people to bow down and apologize and do all these things for us. It's crap. It's crap. It's a lie. It's a farce. Our biggest problem is us, okay? It's why we don't talk about it when black on black crime happens. It's why we don't talk about it when 40 black people are killed in one weekend during Memorial Weekend in Chicago. We don't want to talk about any of that stuff. We don't want to talk about Baltimore. We don't want to talk about New Jersey. We don't want to talk about any places where black people are being slaughtered by other black.
Stop trying to tell me I got anything in common with George Floyd. I literally don't. Like,
You
oh
do
yeah,
have something in common with George Floyd.
No,
You are a black person in America.
That's a location.
An overcomer of enslavement is in your DNA, same as his.
What is it about the black community that you can't just be like, that's not me?
You talk about your heritage and your connection to black people in Blackout.
I'm black.
You don't think there was no institutionalized racism part of that death?
No, there was not. You think it's weird the state blocked the police from releasing the full footage? You didn't even know that, right? Because they were toying with black people's emotions during this. And if they had just released the police footage, it would have changed everything.
And my document changed everything because
I think it would have changed a lot.
Because there is a vitriol hate towards law enforcement from the black community.
I get that.
For white people, police are protectors. Black people, we get scared.
You're speaking as a collective. I don't have any fear of the police, but
you know the origins of what police
obviously.
And
I'm just saying that I don't want to speak as a collective. I don't have fear of police. I just want to be my own person. I think for black people it's very triggering from when someone's just an individual and I'm an individual.
No, I respect that. And you grew up in a privileged environment where you don't have to fear the police.
I didn't grow in a privileged environment. I'm saying I don't fear the police. I know but also
so when you whoop whoop behind you, you're like, hey.
No, I just don't think I'm gonna die.
There's two arguments that need to be had, but people don't want to have them because they don't want to be honest. The police officer made poor decisions, in my personal opinion. That has nothing to do with the court of law. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. We shall find out, according to 12 people who are considered his peers, are jurors that will determine his fate. Now, the other conversation that Candace Owens is willing to have, that some of y'all phonies don't want to have, is that there is a huge issue of the mental projection in the black community that's matriculating down to every other community in the United States of America. And that is the idea that we are to worship, we are to give wings to. We cannot say a foul word against people who live a life of extreme criminal behavior, and then once they die, we can't say nothing about it. They're off limits.
What's this guy? See, you always get a coon. They talking about this guy. You always get a coon talking stupid. What are you talking about? We don't accept murder, morons, but you always get a coon. See, these are the coons that go and talk crazy because they're being incentivized by their white master on these social medias. You always can tell the coon ass niggas who get incentivized to talk crazy talk. Now, we're not saying no one is perfect. What are you talking about? But everybody in the world can see George Floyd was murdered when he asked, please get your knee off my neck. And that was not done. So you come in talking cool nigga talk. It's absolutely stupid. You're telling me not to see or validate what I saw. Oh, don't validate your eyes and validate my coon talk. You know? Validate me being a coon. Oh, by the way, thanks George for the donation. I've seen it. You want me to validate your coon talk. See, this is what coons do. And remember, only in the black community do you get to talk this reckless, and nobody comes to see your punk ass. He knows there's not going to be no retribution for him to talk this reckless about him and Coondice Owen'S. Talk this reckless about your own people, because sadly, black people haven't set up a power base to deal with their fucking traitors and their coons. So traitors and coons, whether in African American, just get the run off at the mouth. No, there ain't nothing going to be done for your despicable behavior. Let this coon just keep talking with his fucked up beard.
Because the person died at the hands of what? A white police officer. They don't mind you talking bad about black people no other time, but if it's done at the hands of a white police officer, then it's an issue. George Floyd, and I don't know how many people, if he hadn't died, would be supportive of him. George Floyd committed tons of crimes. He's been in and out of prison. One of the most heinous crimes that he did.
Pause, I'm about to go out again. See, this is Sambo nigga talk. Whatever crimes he committed, he already paid for them, and he wasn't. They trying to make him like he was a diabolical criminal. But that's the same thing white people do. Remember, white people always gotta dirty you up when they kill you. They were this, they was a drug, and they smoke weed, as if that's got an issue with you being murdered. So I get to murder Joby because Joby's shoes were dirty. Her shoes were dirty 2 days ago, right? Her shoes were dirty. So that gives me the right to kill her. So that's all of them setting up a straw man saying, well, since you stole a candy bar or you did drugs, you're supposed to be murdered in the street. One justifies the other when they have nothing to do with each other. Just because you stole a candy bar doesn't mean later on you might supposed to choke you out in the street, have you die, because that's still your humanity. You don't get to deny my humanity because I stole a candy bar 3 days ago. And that's what they're telling you, to disregard black people's humanity. We get these coons talking this crazy shit, these goofy Kanye West, this nigga Joby just showed, and a fucking Coondice Owen'S. They want you to disavow your humanity. You don't deserve, as black people, we don't deserve humanity. Because you know somebody white, ain't nobody gonna be sitting on their neck and choking them out to die. Ain't nobody gonna be somebody white. But you being black, you're not supposed to have any humanity given to you. That's the scam. And you'll get these coon ass niggas like that last coon try to give you a juxtaposition that has nothing to do with George Floyd being murdered. He committed a crime 10 years ago. What the fuck does that got to do with him being murdered today? But he committed, that's the same white talking points. And they only do that for their white daddies. You see what I did, white daddy? Can I get monetized on my video? Can you give me some money, white daddy? Right? These coon ass fucking boot licking. And I hate to say, amongst black people globally, we got the most traitorous motherfuckers of all races. We got the most traitorous motherfuckers who ain't never been dealt with. Most traitorous motherfuckers around us. Because he had no problem come out spewing that bullshit out of his mouth. As if one had something to do with the other when it does not. I don't got the right to go and just murder Joby because Joby said something 20 days ago that was criminal. Well, what about her being murdered in the streets? Is that right? Yes, it is, because she's black. Because they want you to disavow your humanity, family. As black people globally, we're not supposed to be seen as human beings. They always want to disavow our humanity. See, it has nothing to do with his humanity. They want to say, oh, he's a criminal. Oh, he smoked marijuana. What does marijuana got to do with you fucking smashing my goddamn head in the streets? It doesn't, but you smoke drugs. You had drugs. Same shit, Candy. He smoked drugs. He was on drugs. He smoked drugs. What does that got to do with you treat me like a human being? But you smoke drugs. You smoke drugs. Yeah? Okay, I smoke drugs. What does it got to do with your treatment as a human being? But you're black. You're black. And you smoke drugs while you were black. See, they want to disavow your humanity, fam. And that's what the coons do. They want to take you from being a human being. That's what Luma was doing with Candace by calling her nappy-headed bitch. She was disavowing her humanity. That's how white supremacy works. They want to disavow you as a human being. As an African, you're not supposed to have humanity. Go ahead, Joe. Go read the comments. I'm about to go out again.
Because we read the comments as we wind up literally with today's conversation. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if the lights are going to be on. We've gotten an announcement. The lights will be switched off from 9 to 5 p.m.
Damn, again?
Yeah. So
you mean 9 in the morning, right?
Yeah, 9 in the morning.
But we don't come on till 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so we'll see if they'll be back, if they're gonna be keeping.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No lights, no none. Wow.
My phone right now because I don't want to be left. But I see Juba Jaba Karibu, Jao Mosquito Shot, everyone with us on the building. I see earlier we had 10 Speed as well. Karibu Sana says, for reasons, this is the only show on YouTube I can never catch the beginning. I think because YouTube does not send you guys
Doesn't
notifications.
say no notifications. Remember, we're blocked everywhere.
Yeah, but
we tell the truth.
know the timing at this particular point again. I don't
Exactly.
know. It's just crazy. But maybe you're busy, so I'm not gonna blame you. Drums says, I just realized something today. I've never had a dream with a white person in it. Why would you? Why would you want to have that shit? That's crazy. But
Well, I've had dreams of white people in it. You know, maybe going to the store, talking to them or something. I don't know. I've had dreams of white people in it. But go ahead.
John says black women are gonna let Brother Keith speak. Black women, you're gonna let Brother Keith speak to you like that. 10 Speed also says this ninjas chicks Coondice is real self-hate, but I'm glad that white Jewish chick let her know she's not in the club ever.
You're not in the club.
Jibatapa says Luma did this to mainly rile up the goofy FBA Negroes. Nappy headed is going to be the mainstream dog whistle like thug.
Of course.
Like thug.
Thug, you're right. Dog whistle.
Can't say the N word anymore, lol. And Samuel Karibu, it's nice to see you, says, didn't an announcer say that the exact same thing to a team of black women in a basket game? And
yeah, that's a while ago. Yeah, that was Imus racist ass. He dead. Good riddance to bad rubbers. That his stinking ass is dead and stinking. He said, "Ooh, look at these nappy-headed hoes." He said, "Whoa." Because they were just playing, look at these nappy, exactly. Everybody knows what that means. Imus taught all this whole basketball team of black women. Woo, look at these nappy-headed hoes. Go ahead, Joey.
And Bajaba says Christians would lynch us and sing church song watching. Crazy. And Jerome says they put their race and genetics over anything. Sales exactly. 7 says in science, their new Eyes Out, they showed video of black female and her daughter. I said bullshit. Not getting that. But I also see John Mostu says this woman is a whole airhead and she talks too much. I think she's talking about either Coondice or Luma. I don't know. And Joby Brother Keith is still in Mississippi where there is no electricity and internet connection.
Actually, when you're talking is close. No, I'm actually in low budget rural Georgia, where it's just as bad. I crossed as soon as I got into Georgia, all my internet went fucked up. So I'm in low budget rural Georgia. I was in Mississippi the other day with Joby show. I was, but tonight I'm in Georgia, and it's fucked up out here. Go ahead, Joe.
Says this, they're saying never interrupt your enemy when they are making a mistake. And
that's right.
Says, Owen's husband is business partners with Serena Williams' husband on those people.
Wow.
Group of drugs, I think. The ROGLP1, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, drug, I don't know. And Jibos says, apart from the BS she spews, Coondice does speak eloquently. And
you trying to say because she's got good English? Yeah, Joby love her. Joby knows it because Candace got good English. She does. She got good English with her stupid ass. She's a moron, but she's a moron with good English. You better believe that.
So they did overdose and says living before, during, or after getting a knee press. Give me a break. If he's dead, why put a knee on his neck? Exactly. And George Guy also says she is George Guy Karibu. She says she's the type of that thinks she's the smartest person in the room and she will not learn until it's too late. Then she will be begging the community for forgiveness. I mean, they always do. I guess we've seen that.
And I gonna let her. She's never gonna be allowed to come back, George. Never. She's done too much damage. Ever. Good.
General Moses says those actions of those police officers were brutal.
Exactly. Brutal. Exactly. That's an understatement. They were brutal and inhumane. You wouldn't treat remember, you treat a dog like that in America, you'll go to prison. But treating black people like that, you get nothing. And that's what she didn't even see the humanity. That's how despicable this fucking Candace Owens are. She don't even see her own humanity in her own people. That's why Coondice, that's why that coon ass Nick Candace, another coon. You got two coons talking to each other, right? Coon ass Nick and coon ass Candace. She can't even see her own humanity in her own people because she has so much self-hate. That's why she got a white husband with a fake half-white kids because she hates who she is. Go ahead, Joby.
Jabba says when the black boy fell into the gorilla pit at the zoo, they went into the father's arrest record and he wasn't there. He was working. And Sale says you're gonna have a YouTube heart attack yelling at sweet dummies. Jabba says oh yeah, yeah. Tanspeed says is Cuba electricity still out? I'm not really sure, but I think they received some oil from Russia. That was like last month or the beginning of this month to boost their energy. So I can't really give full details about that, but we can check that tomorrow. Shout out to the New York State of Mind says the wake up call has already happened. Jiba Jabba also says I've had whites in my dreams. They are chasing me like in Escape from New York. That's crazy. Yeah, that's
But little guy, you get them white people chasing you in your dreams.
yeah, so Escape is in Omega County. He's in the trenches somewhere where there's dark, that's where he is,
I'm south of I'm in the same place I told you guys. I'm gonna go out. The same place I told you guys years ago. I was over getting chicken, and the Indians own this gas station. I just passed that place where the Indians said, "Yeah, get a chicken, get this rotten chicken to the niggas and let them eat it." That's what I just passed. I just.
He's breaking. Yep, he's in the trenches for real.
Oh, rotten chicken to the niggas. Much love.
Yeah, much love, family. Thank you so much.
I know. Much love on the bad area. Sorry.
Kindly subscribe and hit that like button as you leave. And thank you to everyone who's been with us today. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the lights are gonna be back on time as they have written.
South Georgia doesn't have that Nairobi internet. I apologize. Internet's not as good in South Georgia as it is in Nairobi. I apologize.
Period. But much love, family. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Hopefully, literally, hopefully. I hope the lights don't go.
Same time, same place, 10 speed. Same place, same place, same time, 10 speed. Get yourself together, brother.
And then Sunken one too. Also get yourself together, Mr. Wrap It Up, if he's listening. But much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful,
Much love, family.
Peace and we out.